Friday to everybody out there. Welcome to another edition of the Speaking for Him podcast. I'm Adam McNutt alongside our host, Andrew Gomison.
Hello, Adam. It's nice to be here for another Friday, and we want to help our audience get through those winter blahs. Right about now, you're probably getting cabin fever, probably wishing that you could get out and about, and wishing that it was 30 degrees warmer. I know I am. I don't know about Adam. But I can't make the temperature get any hotter, but I can give you some good advice for the winter blahs. And one of those places that I like to go to kick off the winter blahs is Master Arts Theater. And today we're going to talk about their upcoming production. And to help me do that is one of the directors of that production, Mr. Rick Cerchia. He's a good friend, and I think we're going to have some fun today. So, Rick, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Good to be here.
Could you tell us a little bit about Master Arts Theater?
Yeah, Master Arts Theater is located southwest Grand Rapids. We're a small theater. It's a community theater. It is a Christian-based community theater. We choose all our repertoire based on Christian worldview. A lot of the stuff that we do is either classics, family-friendly, or just something that Jesus would be pleased with sitting in the audience.
And something that hopefully causes the audience to leave the theater not only happy for having enjoyed entertainment, but also thinking about what they just saw and thinking about the lessons that it might have to teach us. So can you tell me how long you've been involved personally with Master Arts?
Oh, boy. I've been involved off and on for about 15 years.
All right.
I had about a 4-year stint where I was in Florida. I came back to Master Arts. It was my home. It was family. So.
You know, I feel the same way. When I first came to Master Arts, it was in September of 2003. My brother had gotten a part in their production of Pirates of Penzance. And my grandma bought us tickets. And I went and I watched the show, and I liked it so much that I've never missed a main stage production since. Mm-hmm. And you're exactly right when you say that it's like a home.
Yeah. In fact, my son Tim and I were in that production. We both played policemen in that production.
Yeah, that was my brother, too. He was part of that police force, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And one thing that you do say, for those of you out there who haven't been to Master Arts, when you go into Master Arts, one of the things you often say is, how in the world are they going to pull this off?
Yeah, it's a small auditorium. It's very intimate theater. We seat only about 100 people. And the production that you talked about with Pirates of Penzance had a huge cast. So it was almost claustrophobic, but not quite.
Okay, what is Rick Cerchia's favorite part about being involved with Master Arts?
The sense of family. I kind of came into acting in the back door because I brought my son Tim to audition, and Chris McDonald, who was the main artistic director, asked me to be in the cast. And I had never acted before, but the brilliant director that she is, she brought me in, and it was a wonderful experience, and I was there ever since.
I gotta say, it does grow on you. I started out as a patron, and then I did some acting in the presentation of It's a Wonderful Life from 2005, and now I've been behind the curtain doing crew for one production, and I have 2 assistant director credits for other productions, and another one of those claustrophobic productions was The Sound of Music. It was another one where you scratch your head and say, how are we going to pull it off? But we did. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And I still keep in touch with the cast.
Yeah.
We're very close.
There's always a sense of family there, and not only just in the symbolic sense, but there's real families there. I mean, whole families that are involved. I mean, Gomisons are one of those things, one of those families. You know, a lot of your brothers and your mother and father have been there.
Quick side note, my brother met his wife there. So
yeah,
wow,
you never know what's going to happen.
My son met his wife there.
Wow.
In fact, my son and his now wife met in a play where they played boyfriend and girlfriend.
Really?
So it's a dangerous place.
Yeah. Rename it eHarmony Theater, right? A little bit.
Well, see, my brother played Pa Ingalls, and he married the girl that played Ma Ingalls. So, but
Backwards
we're
typecasting.
kind of digressing here. So
Yes,
let's
we
get
are.
back to what we're talking about. Rick, could you tell us about the new production, Forever Plaid?
Yeah, Forever Plaid is it's a unique play. It's a musical. It's also a comedy. It's about four guys, a four-guy harmony group from the 50s. When you think about the 50s, a lot of times you think of the rock and roll and Elvis and stuff. Well, this is the flip side of that. These were groups like the Hi-Los, the Four Lads, the Four Freshmen, and you're nodding your head. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's okay. These were very fresh, very clean-cut guys that sang very close harmony. They came the style came out of the 40s and into the 50s, and then it kind of petered out after rock came in. But anyway, this is a story about these four guys who miraculously go from 1964 all the way into 2013. They're transported. This is a fantasy. They're transported into 2013, and the way they deal with this performance. So basically, the story is a performance that's scripted, and it's funny, and it's touching, and it's cool. You got to come.
All right. Rick, could you tell us how we can get tickets to this production?
Yeah. You call Master Arts Theater. Their number is 616-455-1001. They're open from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Call the office. Also, you can go online to find out about the dates that are available. It's www.masterarts.org. The performance itself, it runs from February 7th to March 2nd, I believe. Yes, March 2nd. Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. There's also going to be two performances after that, the 8th and the 9th of March. Those are actually part of Grand Rapids Laugh Fest.
Oh, very cool.
So if you want tickets for the 8th and 9th of March, you actually have to call Ticketmaster.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Rick. And I know we talked about this a little bit, but could you tell us a little bit about the unique experience that is Master Arts? What can people expect when they come through the doors?
I can just speak from my own experience. The difference I felt going into Master Arts, we always talked about the family feel there. The family feel that's part of the theater, and actually the people that come in, I think, feel that. There's a different spirit there. When you work with a cast for 10 weeks or more, and then you do a whole run of a show, you get to feel like family. But there's something more that's there, and that's something more. It's the Holy Spirit that just kind of leaks right into the audience, and they can sense that there is real love and real connection in the cast, and that's the one unique thing to me that I found.
Yeah, I love the fact that we can spend 3 months on a show preparing, and then we also get to do 2 months or 1 month or 2 months of shows. 12 to 16 shows is pretty much the norm, rather than just doing 2 or 3 shows in one weekend. It's great to be able to do that. Yeah. Adam, as we wrap up, are there any questions that you have for Rick?
Yeah, there is actually a couple. Do you know off the top of your head how many shows that you guys do a year?
We do 4 major productions.
Okay.
There's some kids productions in there also in between. There's traveling troops. There's shows during the summer. But mainly there are 4. We do 4 main productions during the year.
Very cool. And the also encouraging thing, and this is what's cool, Andrew, talking about this, is, you have a lot of especially kids and teenagers growing up, and they love acting, and they love to be in the theater. And unfortunately nowadays there's certain storylines and shows and stuff out there it's just not good to be a part of. And it's so great and encouraging to know that there's a place that is really trying to, live where God has commanded us to do shows that He would love in his ways. So for actors and actresses out there to be, or maybe you've done it before, and you want to be in these clean shows, these God respecting shows. How can kids get involved, or maybe even audition for these shows?
Again, go to the website, www.masterarts.org. There will be announcements there for auditions for shows. And the one thing I'd like to add also, we're talking about we have a Christian background, a Christian worldview. Auditions are open to everybody. We have people from all walks of life come in and audition and get parts. It's not a prerequisite that you're Christian, and that's been beautiful, because our experience has been that people who come in who are quote unquote not Christian are very open to us. They don't feel any pressure from us, and we don't feel any pressure for them, but there's just an openness and a love between us that grows.
Very cool.
Well, thank you very much for being with us, Rick. I know that you have a tight schedule, and we appreciate you being here. To all of you out there, I hope that you will take advantage of what Master Arts has to offer. Again, you can get more details about their offerings at www.masterarts.org. Have a great weekend, and until I talk to you next time, keep serving the best of Masters.